This short 15-minute video is going to dive into the recent enhancements and features that have been added to the iMIS data management suite. So first thing I want to address is the release notes. They are all located in our docs site. So you can see the actual features that were added, the bugs that we found and fixed, as well as the updates and enhancements that were made to the product. From here, we'll dive into new features. So we've added the ability to match on only one record. So this will skip your import or update for that line if it has found more than one record. We now have the ability to import and update products using iDMS. We've added support for when you use the insert update action item within iDMS and you have standalone panel data. You can now pay all open invoices, so not just dues. Think AR, prepayments, things along those lines. You can now enable and disable iSchedule jobs. You can also sort iSchedule tasks, so you're able to find the task easier. You can now import event registrations in bulk to iMIS. And then the last thing is linking of cloud IDs. We're going to be doing a more detailed recording on this, but the main reason for this is allowing you to use IQAs from other databases. So think if you have a development and a live instance, you can use IQAs within either of them. Switching gears to updates and enhancements, we have found over 20 bugs within iDMS, and we have addressed them, or as the slide likes to say, smushed them. We've made speed improvements to the product to speed up your imports and updates. We've added additional error logging to the product. We've added additional matching fields within the contact source, so you can match on different criteria. And then lastly, we've added more validations to make sure that your data is clean. You're not going to do anything to your database. So diving into the first kind of new feature, the skip update if more than one record found. So you might be asking yourself, when would I use this? So your match on fields might match to more than one record. And in most cases, that's bad. That's something we want to avoid. So if we look at using insert with matching, we would use this, and we would do this when we only want to update one record per match. We only want to insert data to that one record. If it essentially matches on multiple, then that means we will potentially have duplicates, which is not good. Update, and you only want to update one record per match. Insert update. The update part of this action item should only touch one record per match. If it matches on multiple, skip it. Now, on the other hand, when not to use it, obviously, if you have multiple matches, you're expecting multiple matches to be found. So just a simple example of when it should be turned on. Maybe you're matching on last name and email address. There should never be more than one match in iMIS. Essentially, that means there's a duplicate record, and that's bad. Where it should be turned off is you have your data source, and you expect that there's going to be multiple records in iMIS per update, and that's fine. We're completely fine with that. So in this, on the left side, where we want to skip update. So in this case, we have the July Zoom meeting attendance was imported with the wrong date. So you need to go in and fix each record for just the July import. Now, if you accidentally leave out the activity date, so you don't match on the activity date, this option is kind of a fail-safe. It's going to match on the criteria and find more than one record, and it's going to go ahead and skip that and not make any updates or anything like that. Where, on the other hand, if you want to update multiple records, so every Zoom meeting activity in iMIS needs a new description, then we would essentially not want to have that option selected, and you would leave out the activity date in your mapping and turn this option off. So then it's going to go ahead, find all of the Zoom meeting activity types, and it is going to make the updates. Products, we have the ability to insert and update products en masse. So you have your billing products, dues, subscriptions, chapter, things along those lines that you can now insert or update. Gift items, so your fundraising gift items you can. And then products, all other product types, so like orders, you can now utilize iDMS to make those imports and updates. Kind of going through some product examples. So I need to update the GL account number on all my products. You can simply use the update action to make the bulk updates to all your products. Our dues products have the year on them, and there are 4 different types per member type. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the insert action, and we're going to bring in the year. We have a whole new set of gift items, a large set, and this is not something we want to do manually. No worries, you can use the insert action and bring in all those gift items. I want to raise prices by 10% on all products in the book category. So with this example, you're going to go ahead and you're going to create an IQA that calculates that new price, and then you're going to use the update action to actually update those prices within iMIS. Pausing iSchedule jobs. So this example, you have a job that you want to run hourly, but only for the month of January. So as soon as it turns into February, we want to go ahead and disable that. So we'll click the edit button, which is this yellow button there, and it's going to bring you to the edit task screen. And what you'll do is you'll untick that is enabled and hit save. So that is going to disable the job from running. Payments can only be inserted. So kind of things you can specify. You can specify the type of payment based on an invoice number or based on invoice type. So these are iMIS defaults and they're not well defined. You can also match or based on source system, so AR, dues, order, things like that. And these are recommended methods of mapping. SE and Expo are also included for 2017 conversions. And then prepayments are supported. So you can enter prepayment credits, and we'll actually touch on a cool idea there in a few slides. You can now specify the priority order of the payment. So maybe, for example, I have a dollar amount per member to apply. So you want to address which balances get paid first. So in this example, I want to pay off outstanding event balances, then order balances, then any dues balance. With the remaining dollar amount, we're going to go ahead and add that to prepayment. So you'll see here, you select the source systems, and in your input, you're going to put those different codes, the meeting, order, dues. So it's going to pay those in that order. So meeting will be first, order will be second, dues would be third, and whatever remaining balance, it's going to be the prepayment. Batches. So per day are created. If your import or input file has multiple dates in it, you will get multiple batches in iMIS. And so batches should be posted upon completion of the import. Today, ID, amount, and payment method ID are required to have, and importing of credit card information is not currently supported in iDMS. Now, shifting gears to Brandy's cool idea. So this is where you want to create a credit on each member's record that can be used for different purchases. So the first step you'll want to do is create a payment method ID that points to either an expense or liability accounts. So think member credits. From there, we're going to import prepayments to member records using this payment method ID and marking the is payment credit only, and we want to mark that as true. Yes. So this is going to go ahead and put credits on each of the members' record. Now this is a big enhancement to the product that people have been asking for, importing event registrations. So only importing is supported at this time, but the thing here is you can still import changes. Another important thing, importing a duplicate registration will not do anything. And then importing a duplicate registration with a new price or function will actually adjust the registration in iMIS. Batches will be created in iMIS. And then using these above fields, this will enable you to create the registration based on event code and function code. So function codes are the registration options or even the program items. So I'm actually going to show an example here. And if we take a quick look at our spreadsheet, we just have first, last email, and then Doug's 50th. So we're having Doug's 50th birthday. That's our event. And then we have some people under full party, some Saturday only. So we want to bring these event registrations into iMIS. So we'll go ahead and we're going to use iImport, and we're going to go and find that file, event registration, and we're going to open it and select the correct spreadsheet. Then we're going to do insert with matching because we don't have that iMIS ID, and we're just going to go ahead and map our columns. So first name goes to first, last name goes to last name, email goes to email. So this is identifying what record in iMIS we want to insert this to. Now we want to go and jump to event registration. And so we have the event and function code. So event will go to the event code, save, and then function code. That will go to the function code there. I also have the skip update if more than one record found is active. So we're going to go ahead, and if you find multiple records in iMIS, do not do anything, skip that. Once this looks good, we'll go ahead and hit submit. It'll bring you to the typical validation screen. We have 8 rows, insert with matching, and we're gonna go ahead and proceed. So now the product is reading the rows within our spreadsheet, and it is going to be inserting the event registration based on our mappings. And you'll notice that there was reading row. So row 1 and 2 were actually skipped because they found multiple. iDMS found multiple records with that same match on criteria within iMIS. So it went ahead and it skipped it. So if we jump to iMIS, we'll notice that the registrants will now all be within iMIS, the ones that we just brought in. We'll see that additional ones have been added as of today. Another important thing within the Docs site is we do consistently add video tutorials So if we go to the iMIS Data Management Suite and video tutorials, this has just some helpful little clips here to kind of walk through different examples and use cases to make it easy to follow and make you even more able to do whatever you need to do. So video tutorials I just touched on. We do have our YouTube page that includes any help or webinars that we've had in the past or even training. We do have a new product list serve, and that can be accessed at csi.ms/listserv. This is just going to give you the ability to collaborate with other people using CSI products and get ideas, share templates, and things like that to make you even more successful using the product. And support is included. So if you have any how-to questions or you're running into any errors, please reach out to support@csiinc.com. We have 3 full-time support staff here that are willing to help and are excited to help and get on the phone and work things through. Like I mentioned in the beginning, we are going to be creating a separate cloud ID linking video, so that will be coming soon. That's everything I had for you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the listserv or even shoot me an email at sales@csiinc.com. Thanks, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.